G'day guys, Kenno from Supercoach Spuds here with the round 16 review. So this week we scored 2,486, which is a massive score for our recent form. So our average score is 2,129 and we've beaten that by about 350 points. So yeah, really good week for us. Up the ranks almost 1,000 spots. And yeah, most things went well. So we'll head on over to the team. This week, Tom Stewart bounced back from his abysmal performance last week in a lockdown role. Scored 107, so good game from Tom Stewart, slightly above his season average. Whitfield, 81. That's a bit annoying, to be honest, but he normally goes big one week and then a quiet week. That's sort of what we're seeing with Whitfield, so yeah, he'll bounce back. Lloyd, 93. He's gone cold the last few weeks, but still close to a ton. Bit below what we'd expect from Lloyd, but still a 90, so not a shocker. Stephen May, this guy's come good at the right time for us. Had a bit of criticism after bringing in Stephen May, but last 4 weeks he's gone 106, 111, 107, and then this week massive 131. So he's got the most Supercoach friendly role, and yeah, his scores are starting to show. Ridley, 109, very nice game from Ridley. Short, 65, very up and down. Most Tigers are, that's why they're not great for Supercoach these days. But yeah, poor game from Short. Got pumped by Gold Coast. Yeah, not happy. Bianco, 58, right on that season average. Good game, he should make a bit more money. Steele, 154. 5 minutes before the game, I was tossing and turning who to captain out of Steele and Grundy, and ended up going Grundy. But yeah, Steele went massive, 154. Had like 14 tackles or something ridiculous like that, and like 35 touches, so crazy game from Jack Steele. Absolute jet. Cray, 138. Again, he was another captain option I had in mind, but chose to go Grundy in the end, so it cost us 12 points. Lyons viced him, 123. Almost took his score, but I was fighting for rank this week. I thought I had to take a risk, and in the end, captaining Grundy got us 3 extra points. So, yeah. Laird, 129. Really good game from Laird. Averaging 111.8 now, so awesome year from Laird. He's up over 600k for the first time in a while, I think, so good to see. Clary, 87 against the Giants. He never seems to go well against them, even without De Boer. Yeah, he just can't seem to find the ball as much against GWS. Merritt, 107, solid score. Walshy, 138, massive. Kicked a nice goal, kicked a nice goal in crunch time, which helped him get that score up a bit. Pendles brought him in for 420k. He's already up to 510 and he's gotten us a ton, so that's all we can really ask for Pendles, just 95 to 110 every week, and yeah, that'd be awesome from the veteran. Newcomb, 67, really solid game. He'll make a bit more money. Same with Bramble, score of 80, so very solid stuff. Grundy, 126, solid game. Decent captain score, not amazing. Gawn, 100, again, against JWS. He went earlier. He went big earlier in the season against them. It was round 1, I think, or round 2, I'm not too sure. Either way, yeah, he's in a bit of a rough patch for form at the moment, so I didn't vice him, and I'm glad I didn't, because barely cracked the ton, but he did in the end, which was handy. And Reeves can't get a game, so that's frustrating. Zeeble did this last time against the Dogs, went crazy, down back, 121, awesome. Hall, after his shocking game last week, likewise with Zeeble, around that 120 mark, so yeah, really solid game from Hall. Definitely, I'd say top top 4. Yeah, probably Zeeble, Zorko, Dangerfield and Hall are my top 4 forwards this year. So, yeah, really happy. Dusty, 86. Below average game from Dusty, but got absolutely pumped by Gold Coast. So, not a disaster when you look at my next 2 players. Langford, 64. Against the Cats, though. Yeah, Stringer is just getting all the points. I think he had another ton this week, Stringer, and still getting centre bounce attendances. So, really hurting Langford. Hopefully he can bounce back with a 90 plus this week. Okay, Mackay. With Madden out, we had to bring in a really cheap forward. Now, the options for me this week, which I was considering, one of them was Heaney, who was sort of in the back of my mind, but not one of the main 2. Heaney scored 80, I think it was, this week. But the main 2 I had my eyes on was Aaron Norton and Harry Mackay. And Norton, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he went down with a concussion and only scored about 30, so a little bit of luck leaning towards us there, but end of the day, Mackay was cheaper by about 70k, and yeah, played the Dockers earlier this year against the Dockers, kicked, I'm not sure how many he kicked, but scored about 145 points. He was cruising at one point. He was on 77 midway through the 3rd quarter, and then just went missing, didn't touch the ball, gave away a few free kicks, and just kept on going backwards and backwards in scaling. So, disappointing, but, key forward, they'll have their ups and they'll have their downs. Waitman, his break-even was 71. I was speaking to a few mates of mine saying I reckon Waitman goes big against North, and he did. 115 points. You love to see it from Waitman. We could trade him out this week and get Dale, but his break-even's still super low. And yeah, first ton for Waitman, so very pleasing stuff there. And then McCreary out with a hamstring. He's at a price where we can't really afford to trade him because we won't get much out of it. And then, yeah, Brockman. So, 2 trades left. We'll be running off no injury trades. So, we've got 2 options this week. Option 1 being we trade Waitman and McCreary. I know I just said McCreary's probably not enough to trade out, but he is an option. So this is one where we get Dale and then just a rookie. So it doesn't matter who we bring in at this point. I'd probably bring in someone who is a possibility for a game at some point. So maybe Jackson Callow, Finn McRae if we're desperate, but he's averaging 22. Maybe Eddie Ford if he gets up this week. Worrell if he gets another game. No real big names here. So we'll have to explore our options more, or we could swing Chug down forward, bring in someone down back. We'll see. Or we hold off on trading Waitman. We hold off on trading anyone this week, and next week we let Bianco and Waitman max out in price and bring in Dangerfield next week. So he just went 180. I think that's what we have to do at this point to make this team somewhat competitive for the last few rounds of the year. So yeah, we'll look to bring in Danger next week. I don't think Dale is consistent enough considering we've got Langford, Mackay and Dusty in the same forward line. We need that third sort of proven star. I know Dusty's a star, but not Supercoach wise. So yeah, we'll look to bring in Dangerfield in the next few weeks. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. Really good week for us this week. And yeah, cheers.